Hello, dear investors. The analytical community is in touch with you. System.Guru.Markets. We start with summary data for the company. If you're interested, you can pause the video. You can consider all the parameters of the organization under study more carefully. Now we will look at the main indicators of the company Microvision Incorporated, ticker MVIS. This review is based on current information as of April 23, 2025. By classification, GURU.Markets company Microvision Inc. belongs to the subcategory Auto Electron. 33 organizations participate in the assessment, which is very representative. Look for the order table at the end of this video. The result for the company is this. Minus 8.5 out of 10 points. The average score for the subcategory is 1.5 points. If you look broadly, within the stock market as a whole, note that the average score for the stock market as a whole is 1.8 points. Against a score of minus 8.5 points for the company Microvision Inc. Comparing the price movement of a company's shares Microvision Incorporated and subcategory companies, we see that over 12 months the promotions Microvision Inc. showed a dynamics of minus 21.8%. Against price dynamics in the subcategory minus 12.1%. This does not clearly indicate anything, but it is important to take note of this fact. Market capitalization of the company Microvision Incorporated is $0.28 billion, with a subcategory capitalization of $100 billion. Microvision Inc. has a share of 0.282% and is one of the very small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.05 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $42 billion. Microvision Inc. accounts for a share of 0.116%. Having made a comparison of the shares of the exchange and book value, we can see the following. Share Microvision Inc. in a subcategory when assessing market value is 0.282%. The balance sheet capitalization is 0.116%, which is 59% less than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and book value in the subcategory, bad, minus 1 point. The company under study has financial liabilities of $0.051 billion. Financial liabilities to book capitalization account for 102% of the company's capital. Score for the company's debt obligations, bad, minus 1 point. The company's stock price to earnings ratio is 0, with an average for the subcategory of 137.9, which is significantly worse than the average for the subcategory. Assessment of the stock price to profit ratio in comparison with companies in the subcategory, very bad, minus 2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was minus $96 million. Future earnings for the next 12 months are unknown. And this is very bad for the company. Assessment of projected future profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory, bad, minus 1 point. The company's price to revenue ratio is 60.1. The average for the subcategory is 1.9, and this is 3,063% higher than for the subcategory. Assessment of the company's stock market value to revenue indicators in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, bad, minus 1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $0 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. This is bad for the company's price. Assessment of expected future revenue indicators in comparison with indicators of companies in the subcategory, bad, minus 1 point. The margin is minus 20.53%, with an average for the subcategory of 1.4%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 20.54%. Profitability assessment in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The company's share by number of employees in the subcategory is 0.068%. This is 315% less than the share of market capitalization. This shows the imbalance in the company's stock price. Microvision Incorporated, rather towards revaluation. The amount of capital per company employee is $1,528,000. And in the subcategory, there are $368,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 315.2%. Assessment of the amount of capital per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per company employee minus $523.8 thousand, with the average in the subcategory $2.7 thousand. And the difference between the average for the subcategory and the company's indicators is 19,536%. Assessment of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, minus 0.5 points. The company's revenue per employee is $25,000. By subcategory, $195,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 680%. Estimation of sales per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, tolerable, minus 0.5 points. Shares are shorted at 26.4%, compared with the subcategory average of 7.2%. This is an assessment of the risk of a short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 44% for the company Microvision Inc. While for the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is approximately 43%. On average, shares in the subcategory are valued approximately the same as shares Microvision Inc. The actual valuation of the company's shares is approximately $1.16. The consensus price target for the company's shares is approximately $2.51. The difference between the current price and the consensus forecast is approximately 117%. Let's look at the table of orders. It is available to everyone. The link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all decisions previously made in a given season by the stock valuation information and reference system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free and open. Link in pinned comment. Based on stock analysis, Microvision Inc. Information and reference system for stock valuation GURU.Markets. A decision has been made. Open a sell trade at a price of $1.15 per share. The deal was opened because the company has a fairly low rating. The assessment of the organization was made based on the assessment approach, the Akeem's index. Take profit is set at 0.82. Stop loss is set at 1.48. In case the order is not closed by take profit or stop loss, then the order is fixed independently at the end of trading on May 23, 2025, or on the last working day before the specified date. Ticker will become the main buy order. The video on the main order has already been published on this channel. When closing one of the orders, main or balancing, another order is closed at the actual price. Thank you all so much for watching this video and for using the information system from GURU.Markets.